What is up, everyone? TJ's Clips. Today we got a new video, the lost anime on the deep web, or also known or called Go for a Punch, or also known as his made-up thing, Saki Sanobashi. Now, obviously, I'm intrigued by this, and plus, well, it's by Wayne. Now, if you want me to do a full video about this, we'll figure out if this is actually real, if it's fake. We'll try to figure out where the links or anything are. Go on the deep web, go on anything. We will get that video, and then attempt or try everything. Then yeah, let's make sure everything's all good here. We are gonna watch this right now.
Although Western animation, despite its best efforts, has often struggled to shake its image as a medium for kids, Japan, as far as I can tell, hasn't had this problem. Mature adult themes and over-the-top violence are regularly explored in anime and manga, and this has been the case for time immemorial. That's why when a number of you contacted me about a notorious anime depicting girls trapped in a bathroom who wind up in a gut-wrenching scene and heroing themselves extremely brutally, I thought, yeah, that's probably something that exists. But the interesting thing about this anime isn't necessarily its contents, but the fact that nobody can seem to find it. So for this episode of Tales from the Internet, we're going searching for the lost anime, Saki Sanobashi, aka Go for a Punch. Before we get into it, I want to take this moment to push my new video on Storyfire, which gives me the opportunity to...
You know, I actually used to use Storyfire a long time ago, but why can't no one find Saki Sanobashi or Go for a Punch or whatever? Why can't no one find it? Is it made up? Is that it's probably from what it looks like? It looks like a 90s OVA, or it looks like, you know, that, but it would be nice if we can find it.
Do way more graphic stuff that I can probably get away with on YouTube. This video is about the Redditor who got magnets stuck inside his pee hole and had to cut them out, and I'll put the link to that in the pinned comment. Enjoy.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Over the summer, I received a number of emails from you requesting that I cover the story of a lost anime. Here's one of the emails sent to me by someone named Not Molly. Hi there. Sorry if it's inappropriate to send this to your story tips email. I mean, this is literally the thing the email is there for, so be my guest. Firstly, I love your videos. I really enjoy internet culture and unsolved mysteries. Your channel is perfect for that. Your hair is perfect too. Oh, come on. Anyway, I want to bring a topic into your consideration. The supposed lost media, Saki Sanobashi, or Go for a Punch. Your videos have helped bring internet mysteries back into the public eye, and I would really love for this to be solved. I first stumbled into this while browsing X. Supposedly, there's an OVA from the 90s about a bunch of high school girls being stuck in a bathroom with no exit, and then violently killing themselves. Not Molly also attached a number of links to help in the search, and as a fan of Guro and horror in general, I was really compelled by this particular story. And I've actually been trying to come up with an anime-related story for this channel, so I thought, let's do it. The search for this lost anime begins in February of 2015 on 4chan's paranormal board. A user...
Well, of course, it's 4chan. Makes sense. There's 4chan, there's Reddit, there's all that, but let's continue to go on.
User made a post asking for the most fucked up thing you've ever seen on the deep web. And of course a lot of the responses just mocked the OP. Nothing I can't find on the regular web. Posting about the deep web, eh? So when's your 13th birthday? Exciting getting older, isn't it? Others claim to have seen...
Oh hell no, it's not exciting getting older. But yeah.
Seen really crazy shit, like, you know, gore and torture videos and stuff like that. But then, there is the one response that would make this thread famous. Some weird anime about naked girls stuck in a large bathroom without doors, having a philosophical debate about never getting out of the room. After losing hope and starving for some days, everything goes downhill. They just start screaming and yelling. Then, they all commit suicide, either by smashing their heads on the floor or scratching their necks to bloody pieces. One girl helped the other to drown in the sink, because she asked her to hold her but she couldn't do it. I cried myself to sleep right after watching that vid because I just didn't even know anymore. A 4chan user getting that upset by a violent anime? I'm not convinced. Why would anyone draw that with such precision? It was goddamn horrifying. Looked 80-ish quality, audio too, Japanese dub, English subs, lasted for about 30 minutes. No credits, but it seemed ripped. Voices sounded very young, but Japanese sound young in their 50s. Haven't found or seen it again. The name of the vid was something along the lines of "Go for a Punch" or something. The search for this anime started up pretty quickly in the thread with a number of people asking for the source. Nobody knew what it was, but
Which actually that does make sense. That does make sense, but I want to try to look for it myself, and if I can get a link, I'll provide it. But like, I will not stop searching for this. I will make videos about this, but I'm so intrigued by it. We're just gonna continue watching this. We'll search for it and this and that, everything on our quest to find the lost deep web anime, or known as Go for a Punch, or known as Saki Sanobashi. But let's continue.
they knew that they had to see it, so they started questioning the poster. How did the girls look like, Anon? And when did you watch it? Some of us are really interested. Little, rather far apart eyes, almost like by Miyazaki. Most had bushy brown hair, and only one, the one that was drowned, had really brightly colored hime cut. I watched it in 2011 for sure. Ask me more details if you want. I remember everything, and not just because I have partially photographic memory, but because it was really intense for me at the time. Especially because of one particular scream one girl had. It had a really strange echo to it, and it almost made me dizzy. The closest reproduction of that sound I could find is from the Shining soundtrack DS Irae. I changed the pitch so it's more like it. I swear if I'll hear the real thing again, I'll go berserk. Pick related the girl with the hime cut, but imagine her with almost white hair. He then added some more details about what happens in the anime. I hope you have better luck than me. But at the same time, I hope you don't, because if you're anything like me, it will be pretty depressing. It has this abstract feeling to it that doesn't go away for a long time. It definitely wins the time record for character development. I felt really bad for all of them. There was 9 girls in the room. 8 of them looked really similar, but all their voices varied. There was not even instrumental music, just occasional ambience throughout the video. What was most unsettling about the suicide scene were the weird camera angles and no horror music as I'd expect. Just girls softly sobbing and gagging as they ripped their necks open with their fingers. They looked like an embodiment of
Frangers. Wow, just the way how the OP is saying this and that, it's actually kind of fucked up in a way you say it, or like how it is, but no one knows if it's real or not. No one can still find it till today. Like, this might not even be real, or it possibly might be real, or this can possibly just be remade in today. Someone could just remake it like right now if they wanted to. It's just no one can find the original, everything. But yeah, let's go back.
lost hope. And the head smashing parts. I
Head smashing parts. Wow, okay.
don't even want to go into details. Title of the video is probably not true to the original since this is deep web we're talking about. Even less reliable source of information than shit posters on 4chan. But even if it was deleted, there should still be a way of restoring it since it was once posted on the internet. That depends on time though. OP also had some clues about the file and the site he found it on. And also, sorry if I misled anyone. I'm fucking stupid, how could I forget? There were probably Japanese symbols in the title, but I had Windows XP at the time, so I could only see them as little boxes. It was like this: -- go for a punch -- DL / some code consisting of letters and numbers. I'm not sure if the exact amount of boxes is accurate, but I'm sure there was less boxes before the English text. By the way, the layout in the site I watched it in looks similar to today's Bing video previewer. pick related. And obviously, this is just an anonymous post on 4chan, so you should take it with a grain of salt, but other posters began formulating their own theories. Maybe it was an amateur anime from the 80s. Sometimes I think about music and how there is some really obscure stuff out there. My current obsession, Japanese avant folk music, it makes me wonder if they were obscure anime or shit like that. And after someone posted a thread in the anime section of 4chan, a potential name emerged. I got the name Saki Sanobashi on A. Ring any bells? Funnily enough, searching that on Google gives me no results, and the mods/janitors just deleted my thread. Is this your anime, Anon? OP didn't respond to this question, and it's very likely that the user simply pulled that name out of their ass. Regardless, that name, Saki Sanobashi, has become synonymous with this lost anime. Later on in June, another thread emerged where users tried to figure out what studio it might have come from. Do any of you guys know of studios or animators who have a similar theme in their work, i.e. ambient music, abstract feeling, dark themes like suicide, simplistic plain character design, character development, violence? If we can narrow down studios or people who make this sort of stuff, perhaps we can find it. Same guy here. Anyone watch Boogie Pop Phantom? It immediately came to mind for me. I never finished it, but it seems to fit every one of those themes except for ambient music. Not sure if the original OP ever described the voices in detail, the whole thing may be poorly dubbed with cheap voice actors. If they are, chances are that it is an amateur work from a small group of people in a basement or something. It might explain the 80s thing since back then, quality was not exactly good. It can also explain the no instrumental music thing. He said,
which does make sense. And then, yeah.
The voices were very young, but each one was distinct, which made up for the generic character designs. This is a good point, but if it's an amateur anime or basement work, isn't it odd that some Westerners just happened to find and sub it? Unless there is, or were, some subbing group that somehow had access to obscure shows, subbed them and uploaded the more graphic ones to the deep web to avoid their shit getting taken down. Either that, some large company subbed it, but it got axed for being too explicit and or depressing for Western audiences, or the animators/staff who worked on this amateur piece were fortunate enough to have someone who spoke fluent enough English to make comprehensible subs. Also, the fact that there are no credits makes it seem like it was either 1, cut by the subbers, or 2, part of a series, the rest of which is probably even more obscure and hard to find. Some 4chan users also liken this hypothetical anime to the work of Kazuo Umezu, as well as a manga named Shoujo Tsubaki, which was written in 1984 by one of my personal favorite artists, Suehiro Maruo, and adapted into an anime in 1992.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I might have to check that out if I can find it somewhere. This one, in particular.
It was also compared to a more recent work, Brain Damage, by another one of my favorites, Shintaro Kago. The search mostly died.
Of course, Shintaro Taco. I just said that wrong, but wow, this is honestly really crazy so far. I'm intrigued. There's more. Like there's part 2 and then there's part 3, but the part 2 is like 20 minutes. Might have to do a live stream to watch both 1 and 2, but we'll have to like we'll figure that out, and like we'll watch everything. We'll do whatever, but yeah, it's so intrigued to find this. Let's continue.
Died down, but it was reignited once again in 2018. This time with a Twitter thread by a user named Fabian.
We believe home is where the action is. With the FanDuel Casino app, you're only a few.
Yansky. Can one of you guys help me? I've been looking for specific manga, but I don't remember the name of it. It was about 3 high school students who get trapped in a room and talk about their lives and stuff. I remember that they all end up eventually killing themselves, with one of them helping one of the girls drown herself and the others bang her head on the concrete. I can't find any information about this, but I know it's real. Anyone? Okay, so it's banned in America, so I guess I'm going to have to look around. Okay, so 2 things. It might have another name called Saki Sanobashi, and maybe loosely based off another manga called Dragonhead. Dragonhead being a 90s manga that was adapted into a movie in 2003. But, according to sources, this had an 80s anime aesthetic to it, so maybe Dragonhead is loosely based off of it? Later that day, Fabianski would return to Twitter, and this time, he had a YouTube link. Fuck me, man. And if you click the link, this video has been removed for violating YouTube's terms of
Man, god damn it! Just post it like in Google Links or post it so we can watch it, bruh. Man.
service. What did Fabianski find? Well, luckily, that same link can be found in another 4chan thread about this anime. Here's some lost media for you. Do not watch this video. It made me feel nauseous.
Do we finally got a fucking title? Or do we finally got something? Let's watch it. Hell no, we are not watching it. Or maybe. I don't know if I want to watch it, but do we finally got a link to figure it out? Probably not, because obviously no one knows what it is.
And vomit. This video is cursed. And apparently, this video turned out to be a guy writing Happy fucking Valentine's Day in blood. I mean, for this to have
Oh, of course it was. Fucking stupid.
gotten removed from YouTube, he must have done it real epic style, but this was not the lead that we thought it was. But then, a Twitter user named Hachir Musan, whose name I definitely just mispronounced, responded asking for clarification. And note that this person is currently curating the largest thread investigating the story on Reddit, so I'll link their thread in the description. Sorry to bother you, but what was that video? This was a long time ago, but I think it was manga scans. No mention of the Happy fucking Valentine's thing, just manga scans? Perhaps he was thinking of something else. A Twitter user named Purple Snake began questioning Fabianski, leading to another potential lead. Did some digging and realized that this same link was posted on several X threads a while back, including a Saki Sanobashi thread I made. It was a video of a guy writing Happy fucking Valentine's Day with his blood. No manga scans. What the hell did I see then, lol? Here was the thread. The link was posted only a few posts down. Now, you got me interested in this again. If it is true that you found manga scans, how did you find them? Because it definitely was not from that thread. Sorry about that. It's been a while since I looked back at this. I remember a while back on an X thread, someone may have posted manga scans, but they were poorly made. I do remember the vid actually now too. I think I got those two mixed up. Sorry. Maybe it could have been just a mock-up of what it could have been, but it was literally MS Paint tier shit. And then, Fabianski posted a link to another video, this time on Dailymotion. This one too is a dead link and it's not archived in any kind of way. And when asked about it, he said that he thinks it was a clip of a character getting ripped apart. And this, more or less, is where the trail ends for now. There's some investigation, particularly in the thread that I mentioned before, investigating leads such as perhaps there was an obscure work by Suehiro Maruo, and some people are investigating the names Go for a Punch and Saki Sanobashi. But as a number of people have pointed out, the name Saki Sanobashi is just a name that one person on 4chan came up with, and in 5 years has never been corroborated. If this thing really is out there, I think it will be prudent to focus primarily on just finding that story of the girls trapped in the bathroom. And that being said, the creator of the Reddit thread did add an aside that may be helpful in finding this video. Honestly, I seriously remember watching an anime scene like that on YouTube not too long ago, but I remember it being taken down. But the girls weren't naked. I distinctly remember they were wearing brown and cream colored type sailor uniforms, with symbols like school badges or something in the shape of eagles. I remember the scene being so unnerving to me that I couldn't finish it at all, but all I remembered one girl holding the other girl while they flung themselves on the ground and one bashing her head into the bathroom wall. I swear this existed. And now obviously, this is a thing that started on 4chan. It could very easily be pure bullshit. But while it's rare, it's not entirely unheard of for this kind of thing that sounds like a bullshit creepypasta to turn out to actually be a real thing. Consider the case of The Clockman. The Clockman was a creepy animated short film that someone online swore they saw on Nickelodeon but they just couldn't find. Even Viacom employees who might have known about what aired on Nickelodeon called this guy a liar, but sure enough, after 5 years of searching online, people found The Clockman. I recommend looking at Gamer for Mars's video on this topic, and
Welp, that is that, so guess what we doing? God damn it. It's Saki Sanobashi. Alrighty. Get the fuck out of here. Uh, well, that's everything. I have nothing else, but we'll do some research together and everything. But yeah, that is it. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. You guys have a good rest of your day, night, and everything. Goodbye.